And we are back. Welcome to Poor Boy's Garage. My name is Brad. 1969 Dodge Charger. If you haven't seen my first video, check it out to at least get you in the right ballpark of where we're going to be at now. Need to get her to the lift side. Need to get her up in the air. Need to get some wheels and tires under her. Need to check this throwout bearing. Anyway, the list goes on and on and on. No turning back now. 69 Dodge Charger, not a real RT, just RT scallops from a 70. I think the doors are original 69, and he just my buddy put the scallops on them, on the doors, but I'm not really sure. A couple of friends of mine said those are 69 doors. The wing has been a hot commodity in the comments, meaning people love it or they hate it. I don't know how I feel about it. If it was real deal, of course I would leave it. But this is, I've already had people wanting to buy this thing too. It's crazy. But this was made by my buddy probably back in the 80s. He was an old body guy, the owner of the car. My buddy William owned this car since 1983. He wanted to make it into a Daytona. He was going to cut the window out of it, flatten out the window, put the nose cone on it, and he put the wing on it. Now the wing is made out of fiberglass. It's not a real deal like with the aluminum. The real ones are aluminum. And I've had quite a lot of comments about people saying that it's not even a Daytona mold. It looks more like a Superbird mold, which is, it is what it is, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't build the car. I'm just here helping it out. I just rescued it. But it sat on wooden blocks for many, many years. Like I said, I was not even, I've always known about this car because I bought a 73 or 74 Satellite from my buddy William back about 4 or 5 years ago. You can see that in the videos below somewhere. It's blue. And he's always had this car, and I've tried buying it from him, and he was not ready to sell it. And basically, I just kind of like never really talked about it anymore because I kind of thought somebody in the family was hunting after it. And so I'd go visit them just to talk shit about Mopar or whatever, and I wouldn't even mention the car. I mean, of course I looked at it, but it's been there so long and I've already tried, so I just kind of like, I'm not gonna say I gave up, but I was just like, hey, listen, you know, maybe it's just not meant for me. Lo and behold, I think I go down there last week just to visit. Short story long, he asked me if I wanted to buy this thing, and I was kind of blown away because I never thought in a million years that I'd have an opportunity to buy this bad boy. We got new carpet in it. I cleaned up the interior, put the back seat in it. I put a nice big hog leg pistol grip in it. He had a little E-body or A-body pistol grip, which was cool, but it was like you had to get way down to shift on it, like where you're hunched over. And then when you go and throw it reverse, where I mounted the gauges in here, it was hitting the gauges. So I always liked the big bad pistol grip. So that was the first thing I wanted to do, was put a big bad pistol grip in it. And that's what we did. So other than that, guys, that's really about it since the last video. I am going to get it on the other side. Let me show you a little bit on this shop here. Take a little tour. I have to, and it started pouring rain. I'm not trying to slang mud all over the place. So if you go in here, this door, this is where the magic happens through this door. No, it's just because AC's on. I have my bad to the bone 67 Coronet, which needs to get the frick out of here, and we got to play musical cars. So I am going to get the charger on this side. I'm going to take the cornet and get it over to that side without slanging a bunch of mud all over the place because it was pouring rain, and see if we can't get this charger on the lift, figure out what the heck is wrong with that throwout bearing, figure out why the hell these springs are so jacked up in the back, because I swear my car was not like that when I grabbed this thing. It was level, and now all of a sudden it's super high. So I do not know what's up with that. We're going to do some rims and tires. I think we're going with some old school Kragers on this bad boy, just to give it that nostalgic 70s look. And yeah, here we go. Enough talking, let's start working. Oh man, I gotta play musical cars here. Wait till you hear this throwout bearing, you're gonna love this. Oh, this thing's all out of whack. Fire right up. Throwout bearing in full. Oh, it didn't make the noise. There it goes. Sounds like a thing sure does look badass in here. Let me get it up on the lift. Let me see what we're working with. I didn't show you this engine if you're new to the channel. I said I was going to and I didn't, because I don't know how to open a hood on a Charger anymore, because I don't ever get them anymore, even though I had like 20 of them, but they were all roasted. Pulling them out of the woods and stuff. But anyway, 440. Follow my other freaking video, you see us running, getting this thing running and driving. HP motor, which I told you, out of a cop car from what the story goes. Anyway, this was a not original red car, which I thought it was at first. This was an original gold car. So not rally red, definitely not primer, but gold. This is the first time I've ever cleaned it up. So, let's look here. Engine looks pretty good in the front, not too much leaks. That's nice. This I put in myself. I just gotta cut it off. It's just an overflow hose. We got drum brakes in the front. I need to check all those. Everything looks good here. I don't see nothing. The tie rod ends are rough. All the boots are blown out of it right here. So it needs tie rod ends one of these days. I'm just gonna fill it with grease for now. Got a nice, what is that? Torsion bar. 1-inch torsion bar. Those are nice. We got headers. And check out this bad to the bone exhaust, straight out of Advanced Auto, flex tube. That's got to come off. But oh, I want to show you, here's my bad frame rail right there with the pads riding, of course. But you could see he tried fixing it, like put a plate under it, over it, that's fine. For right now, I'm not really worried about it. It's definitely going to need to be changed. And he has one in the trunk, but you know, that's a lot, that's a whole project. That's probably a week-long project to get all that out. If you want to do it right, take the whole thing out of it. And we might eventually get to that. It's just not going to be anytime soon. It's just going to be a little ratty. It's just going to be a ratty ripper. Got a new brake line, I see. That's cool. Yeah, we definitely got to get rid of this exhaust. Dang, those are just like 2-inch collectors, man. We need to get those up out of there too. I might just take them out from the collector. These are like 2.5s on the end, but then he's got like down to like a 2-inch or an inch. That's a 2-inch. I don't think that's a 2.5. It may be. We got a little bit of a leak in the back on the trans. I really need to figure out what is going on. If this throwout bearing's jacked or what. Because I do not know. Because it is making the weirdest sound ever. I'm gonna look up that casting number 2 for you guys, and I'll do all that. But right now, I could see the date on this. I think 78. So it is like a 79 block, 440 cop car block. They said. I was hoping it'd be like a 68 or a 73 or something, but it is a 78. I'll look up that casting number. Definitely a 440 though. It says 440 right on the side. The pans aren't bad. You got a little soft area here. I mean, that's why you put like some pans over it, like just like cut out pieces. But it's not like they're completely ripped in half or anything like that. So that's always a bonus. So I'm not too concerned with pans, although I'm not even going to try to change them anyway. This brake line here is kind of funky because he didn't bend it the way it should be all up and around. It kind of just sticks in here. I don't really like that. That's something maybe we could do later. We got air shocks on the back. We got an 8 3/4 with a, ooh, it's got the 489 case on it. That's a good case. I think it's probably got 323s in the back. Frame rails are beautiful all the way up. Got mud up in here. Oh, that's from my last video, slanging that up. I need to get that out of there. We have the awesome tow hitch, which is definitely coming off, along with all of the exhaust. And yeah, my biggest concern is these leaf springs, because when you put the car down, like the ass end is jacked way up, and it's like these shackles are kicked towards the front. It's almost like they will not come back for some weird reason. I don't know if that's got smaller leaf springs on it or something's bound up in here. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But I have a set of leaf springs that came out of a 73 Roadrunner that my buddy Brad had over here, and he didn't want them, so I'm kicking around at least putting the leaf spring up, or taking a measurement at least, and seeing what the deal is with this and why the heck this thing kicks so far forward. I don't understand it. Anyway, let's get to that. Let's cut off some exhaust. Let's cut off this freaking crazy what is that? Freaking crazy hitch. And we'll continue, because this thing, it needs some love, man. Alright, got that nasty ass exhaust off. Oh, that was some funky. I felt like it was plugged. Like, I don't feel like the engine is breathing good. I don't know if it's the carburetor I got on there. I got like this racing. Let me clean this off for you. Pretty. Model, you're a model. I feel like the exhaust was like plugged up. It's not real snappy, and it just don't feel like, it feels real hesitant, the car. I don't know if that's the double pumper. Maybe I got too much carb. I know I got like a racing carb on there. It's like set up for, I think, circle track racing. I think my cousin gave it to me for that. It might be a like stock car, like dirt track stock car. I don't remember. I just thought it would work good on this car, and it does work okay, but it just seems like it's idling high, and I don't know. I didn't even know what kind of jets it's got in there. So I might tone it down with a regular Holley. I don't know yet. It's for now, but it works for now. So we're just going to roll. My next thing is I'm thinking about dropping this tank down just to give a look-see inside. See, maybe rinse it out, get all that nasty old fuel out of it. And another thing is I got brackets like these up here to get this... what am I trying to say? This hitch off, and I can't get it with no pliers. I mean, no wrench, because they're just so, the bolts are, and he's got nuts on the back of everything, which is fine, but I can't get behind it. And I want to just get my torches out and cut all these old brackets off, and I will do that. Just get all this old nasty crap off. But the thing is, I don't like getting torches next to the tank. It always makes me a little nervous. So if I just drop the tank, I don't think there's that much fuel in it. Give it a look-see, give the tank a look-see, give the sending unit a look-see, and then we can at least get all these brackets off and go from there. Oh, gas in the eyeball. Oh, shit. That's always fun. The fuel smells, damn. All right, bear with me here. The fuel smells like 8 months. 8 months, in my opinion, is just where it starts getting the smell, you know, the funk. So I'm thinking 8 months, maybe a year. I don't know. Give me a comment. What do you guys think? When does it start turning where it starts getting like that varnishy smell? But it's not quite varnished, but it's just starting to turn. Whew, fuel in the eyeball, man. That sucks. That's what I'm thinking. So it's not completely bad. That's a bonus. How much fuel did William have in this vehicle? How much? How much? How much? You know, people have told me they found build sheets, or I've read in this build sheet, it was a broadcast. I just ordered this book, and it's pretty awesome. A broadcast decode book. So you got your broadcast sheet, and you know all those crazy numbers. You're like, usually, in my opinion, if you have the fender tag on Mopar, you're pretty much the meat and potatoes of what the car has. There's always a little bit of extra stuff on those broadcast sheets. And I was reading in there that the assembly line, there was no rhyme or reason to where they put broadcast sheets. And when I mean broadcast sheets, also known as build sheets. They said under the front seat, passenger side, back seat, like where we always find them. And they even said in that book that they put them in the under the gas tank, because there's a mat up here, and they put them on top of that sometimes. They just, it didn't matter. There was no like special, like a have to have it under the rear seat. Like there was nothing. They just threw it in there wherever they could find a spot. So that's kind of cool. I never knew that. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Who knows what the frick is in it? It feels like a brick, so it might be bad. Which fuel tanks aren't that pricey. I think a couple $100. So they won't really break the bank, my opinion. It's always nice to have, you know, you got new fuel. And you ain't ripping down the road, you know. And then all of a sudden you're having all these fuel issues, because that's always a bonus. You know what else is a bonus? This RV. Oh my gosh, this thing. Not a lot of fuel in it, but get it off here. I think we're gonna just get a new tank, man. Ain't no sense in fighting it. It's not bad, but it's not great. Alright, got the torches all working again. And what I'm going to do now is I want to go around this charger and cut off all these old brackets and exhaust hangers, this freaking RV tow hitch, and just dumb stuff that I can't stand. Now the tank's out of here, which makes it a little more safer for me. Because I don't like torching or throwing sparks around the tank, especially these old cars, because you never know if they got a pinhole or something. And then of course you hit that and you're gonna have a bad day. Anyway, let me fire up the torches and let's start getting off some of these brackets. Alright. I'll say this right here is probably about 30 pounds. And we just knocked off a bunch of old exhaust brackets. And so she's pretty clean. I'm still kicking around doing the... We bought a lot of crap already last night, but I'm kicking around doing these air shocks because they're not expensive, like $100, and you can get yourself a new pair. I'm sure those are old. I was gonna see if they would fill up just for craps and giggles, but for some reason, I think I was saying this in the video, this car sits real high and I can't figure out why. I ended up ordering like a used set of 69 Dodge Charger springs. They're like $200. And I think I'm just going to change these springs. I don't know why I don't know if they have a crazy arc to them or what. But you know, when you drop the car down, the freaking ass end of this thing's still sitting way jacked up, and it doesn't even have shackles on it. It just has the stock shackles. So I don't know what the frick is going on with that. So in the beginning of my video, when I got this car running, if you hear, I don't know, some people can't hear it, but anyway, when I push the clutch in, thing sounds like all hell's breaking loose. It's got like sounds like a whale in the ocean, man. You know? And I pulled the inspection cover off the bottom of the tranny and I stuck my finger up on this throwout bearing. Can you hear that? Doesn't sound too good. Not to mention the clutch is rusty, so I'm sure the flex plate needs to be sanded off from sitting. So what we're going to end up doing is dropping the tranny on this bad boy, which is not that bad on a 4-speed. And I'm going to clean off that flex plate. The clutch seemed good in this car, like it would grab fine. I wasn't feeling it like slipping or anything like that. Who knows when it starts heating up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this 4-speed down, and we're going to get I got to count the splines on it. I think it's a 28 spline. But I gotta pull a drive shaft to get a good count. I was trying to look up the part number on it, see what year it was, and I couldn't find nothing yesterday. I didn't dig that deep either. So anyway, let me go ahead and start getting some stuff going here, and then when I drop the tranny, I'll fire up the camera. Drive shaft's down. Transmission is about to come out. Yeah, 4-speed transmissions. Hopefully this one doesn't kick my butt, but usually they're pretty dang easy to get out. I say that now, I should have said that yet. And oh, all right, she's coming out. I gotta count the splines and do the throw out bearing. Oh yeah, I want to look at the flex plate too. So that's basically why we're pulling this bad boy. I might just take this off and let it just fall down, is what I'm thinking. Let me get this on while we're sitting here. At least I could get this in. Let's see, how's this go? Oh, this gotta go way up forward. This is in neutral, yeah. There we go. Oh, you know what? I might. Oh my gosh, that's so dang close, dude. Let me just pull it off here. Let me put this linkage on. Let me, these little linkage clips here, I had a bunch of them stashed just for this occasion. Alright, that's all I was trying to do, just let that hang. Alright, bell housing, I think it's free. I think is the key word here. Might need a little bit of persuasion. Oh shit, fucker's heavy. Oh. Oh, all right, good there. Holy crap, this is... Problem with that starter was I could get the big bolt for the battery, but I had a problem getting that little relay bolt off. And it's only going to give me so much slack, and I'm probably not going to be able to get it. And I don't want to cut those wires because they have them nice loops on them. So that one's going to be fun there. Clutch is out. As you can see, it's rusty, but it's not rusty where the clutch is. But I do see inside here where the snout goes. I forget what that's called in there, but it looks pretty rough. Like you can tell it's been getting beat on. And I'm wondering, I wouldn't think though, because the snout goes way in here. I might change that out though. I might have a couple of those, I'm not really sure. But anyway, we'll sand this. Just get all this rust off there. Now the clutch doesn't look bad at all. Here's the clutch. She got a lot of meat on her. A lot of meat. So I'm not really too concerned with that. Just make sure you put that in the right way there, which I think you did. And then the clutch itself, I mean, it's rusty on the outside, but it's not bad here either. So I do not really know why it was making that crazy ass, you know. Alright, well, I don't know. I think I'm a dumbass, but since this is a late model 440, this is like a 78 block or 79 from what I'm seeing on the casting number. The regular brass pilot bearing, let me show you. And I know if I'm wrong, you guys are going to tell me in the comments, but on my Cornet, which was a 74 block, this is a regular pilot bearing. It's supposed to go up in the back of the crank, sit in there real nice and tight, and then you slide the snout and it goes right up in there and holds the snout in place and all that. Now, I don't know what was going on with the last one, but it was like cracked. It had like a sleeve around it. I don't know if they jimmied that or what. But what I'm thinking, now if you stick this in the back of the crank, it's like don't fit in there right. It's all wallered out, and I know it's not wallered out, it's just like this don't work. So I sat here and waited like 4 days for this, thinking that was my issue. But I had this on the shelf and I totally forgot, but this is a bearing that goes into the bigger crank hole. Now I was wondering if I should have stuck this in there all wallered out, and then it would have like a double, kind of like a double holder for the snout. But I'm like, dude, that's gonna start, if that starts making noise, then I'm gonna be screwed. So I don't really think that was what I needed to do right now. I think I needed this. And then I remember on my Coronet, this is a 74 like RV block. And I remember looking in the back and it had the same thing. It had a pilot bearing, just like the one I just put in. And I put my 440 in there, and I had no, I mean, not my 440, I'm sorry, my 4-speed A33 Chrysler or whatever, Mopar transmission. I haven't had no issues. So I'm thinking that was the same thing with this. Just needed that bearing, which I had on the shelf the whole time. I'm an idiot. So anyway, we're just gonna go with that. Slid in there really nice. I hit it in with a 1-inch socket, and there was nothing like, it's like it was made for it. So I'm gonna just roll with this. I got it nice and it sank all the way down. It's nice and level in there. It looks good. It rolls right over the snout. We will know when we start getting the transmission up in there if it's got like a gap and I gotta start cranking on it, and then I know something ain't gonna be right. One thing I did was, while I was waiting for parts and stuff like that, is instead of buying a whole new flywheel, I had this turned at the machine shop. Now a new flywheel, they're not super pricey. They're about, I don't know, $160 to They probably get up in the 3s. You start getting aluminum one, you're probably gonna pay a little bit more. But I want to keep everything the way William had it, you know. And all I did is I took this up to my machine shop. They turned it in like a day for me, and it was 65 bucks. So instead of having the I'm afraid that's gonna fall and break. Instead of having me pay another 200 for a flywheel, I just had this one turned and they said it looks fine. So you could have them turned, save yourself a little bit of money, 65 bucks, vice 200 probably, give or take. We're just gonna keep on rolling with that. So right off the bat, I already got like 3 sets of these in the shed. I tried selling them, can't sell them. They're nice to have, but it's like just what I don't need. These are always nice to have for a 440. Right underneath the oil pan. I grabbed this out of his junk pile. He's gonna scrap it. They're supposed to make like what, 10 extra horsepower, they say, if you put those in there. We got some B-body, I'm sure. I got like 3 sets of these in the shed. Some hood latches, or hood hinges, I should say. Just more crap. An original Mopar window washer bottle. I started just chucking these distributors in the trunk because he had about 5 of them laying around. Just kind of nice to have. I don't really use many of those old ones anymore. I try to get MSD stuff if I can. Just alleviates all my pain. But if I get like a customer or a buddy come over and they need parts, it's nice to have those little... This is what I was looking for. I want to put the molding back on the front window just to break it up a little bit. So I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of this is here. Yeah. This is his molding for the... Now he did some craziness around the window, like put some glue or whatever for leaks, which it did. It prevented it from leaking. One problem is it's so full of like glue and junk that it's like molded the clips in. So now I got to get in there with like hammer and screwdriver, or a X-Acto knife, and start trying to pull that crap out, which is not going to happen right now, but it will happen after I get this thing running a little bit. That's a lot of... He must have had a couple cars. Nice clutch fan. These are always just nice to have around. I always like those clutch fans, old school crap. This goes around the tail light shroud, or the, it's kind of like a tail light shroud, I should say. Just some trim. Flex plate, you know, like I said, I got about 3 of these hanging up, but they're just crap. Nothing like real crazy treasures, you know. More tail lights. But just stuff that he was gonna chuck. And it's like, throw that crap in my shed. Might not use it now, but you know, I might have some buddies. These are nice to have. I always forget the name of shit because I can't remember nothing anymore. I know this is a mirror with the little swivel thing on it. This right here, wow, another window wiper motor. This right here is the frame rail. He bought it brand new, so when I'm feeling real motivated this winter or something, I get to replace a frame rail. It's not like they're hard, it's just you gotta take the fender off. You want to do it right and get all the rivets, or not the rivets, the spot welds out. It's just gonna take some time. It's not a hard gig. It's just one of those. I don't know what in the world. Oh, high beam switch for the floor. Cool. is a roller tire with a dog dish on it. He had laying next to his shed, and I'm like, man, I'll take that, even though it's just one. Got some tips, the flat style exhaust tips, if you want to go back to that old school look. Got the old Charger surrounds. These are nice to have. I bet you these are for this car. I wonder where you got the ones that are on it now. Some exhaust clamps, just nice to have. Got the original spare jack, I want to say, in here. This right here I'm not keeping. I will put that jack back. Old built, no good. Yeah, that thing's rough. I will put that jack back. Right now I just want to clean all this crap out of here. Just give it a good cleaning. Then I'll put the jack back where it goes, most likely. Oh, wedge. I love having these wedges around. They're always good for something. Some old wood wedges. Big block of wood. All right, tank is in. Looks good. Came out real nice. Everything went back perfectly. Yeah, even the filler neck. I was a little skeptical at first because I had to put the filler neck in, screw it in, and then trying to finagle the tank up into the filler neck area, and then get the tank out. And there isn't a lot of play on the filler neck. I was like, there isn't a lot of play on the filler neck. It only moves around so much. This is awkward doing the filler neck thing is not that great. So anyway, what I did is I lubed around the filler neck, just greased it. Thing slid right up onto the tube, and then I was able to push it up. So it worked out really well. Other than that, yeah, today is family day, so I can't do a lot of car, unfortunately. I'd rather sit out here all day, but I get to do that every day, so I gotta have a little bit of family time. What I'm gonna do is you seen me clean out the trunk yesterday. I'm gonna get all that crap in my little parts shed, and then I might clean my shop just a little bit, so when I come back and start on Monday, I got a clean shop, clean slate. And we could go into, I'm thinking here, let's see, so we're pretty much done with all this area. Wheel studs hung me up. They're too big for these holes. I ordered a new set of wheel studs for it. I mean, it's not like I have any rims or tires anytime soon for it. We're going with the old school Kragers, by the way, so it's going to look super sick. This right here, these are used 69 Charger springs. I see they're separating. I know there's no weight on it, but on the old springs, there's one of these little tabs that hold it together right here. But I'm not seeing like paint marks or any wear marks to where there was an old tab. So we're going to see if we drop the clutch and start getting wheel hop. We're going to have to figure it out. I don't know. I usually don't get wheel hop out of a Mopar because the way they're designed. That's why a lot of them don't need traction bars or anything. That's more of a... I got traction bars on my Cornet, but that's more for just nostalgia. It's not like they're really doing anything. Like I said, I've always read the way that Mopar is designed. You don't need traction bars. Who knows? You guys can school me up on that. What we have left here, I know one of the things I can do is pull these front wheels off. I mean, these wheels are so William put brand new tires on this thing, and it's been sitting for, what, up on blocks 15 years maybe. I did get a picture from one of my fans the other day on my Facebook. If you go to Facebook and look up Poor Boy's Garage, I got a big group page, got like 5,000 something people in it. And somebody put a picture of this car up it was in a tent, and they were working on it back in 2015, I want to say. So I can't say these tires are like 20, 30 years old, and they still got the sticker on it. They're probably like 3 or 4 years old. He probably just had them mounted, and then he just put them on and then left the thing up on blocks. Who knows? But it's so funny. You get the old sticker still on there. So he put brand new tires on it and never drove the car, but I'm thinking it's because of that pilot bearing. I don't know. I'm going to go back down there and talk to him one of these days and get all these answers to my questions of what the frick is going on with this car. Anyway, pilot bearings in, transmission's back in. You've seen all that. Oh, but what I may do is take these drums off. I'm going to have to take the drums off. I'm thinking about putting them long drag racing wheel studs on it for nostalgia. It's not like this car's going to be drag racing. And then I want to repack the wheel bearings. I'm sure they're probably good. I'm sure he's packed them. It seemed like everything was pretty much greased on this car. It's just, I think he just got turned in, like all of us, got old, and then you couldn't do the stuff you wanted to do on it, so it ended up just sitting. So anyway, we'll do that. Other than that, the bottom, exhaust. I am going to look to see if I have any exhaust bins, and I'm going to put a straight exhaust on it. Probably just like my Cornet, but I'm going to put 3-inch glass packs. I had 3-inch glass packs sitting on the shelf, brand new, and I'll show you here, from my drag car, and I never put them on because I'm running just straight pipe, like, I don't know what, like 2 foot of straight pipe off the headers for that drag car, and I was going to put these on, and I'm like, I just never did it. But what I need to do to get, in order to use these, because I like to use stuff off the shelf, I don't want to keep using things or keep buying stuff if I don't have to. So, but I need the 2.5, it wouldn't be a reducer, it'd be the piece that makes it bigger to connect to this, go out the other side, back down to a 2.5, and then we could probably use these. So anyway, that's the exhaust. So anyway, that's the update, guys. That's where we're at. That's what we done with the charger for the last, I don't know what I get this thing, about 3 weeks ago. I appreciate all the comments and all the support on the last video. It did pretty good, which, you know, it's a charger. You know that's going to do good. But I appreciate everybody, you know, liking, subscribing, all that stuff. That really does help me out. It helps pay for maybe one wheel off this car. Krager rims are expensive, man. Holy crap. Anyway, you guys have a good weekend. We will do this again probably in the next couple weeks when I could actually roll it out and give you guys a test drive, and you could actually see how this thing's going to run, and I think she's going to do fine. Anyway, my name's Brad, Poor Boy's Garage. Let them rip, not rot. Keep on saving them. Don't send them to the crusher. Part 2, we're done. That's all I got. We'll hit you with part 3 here soon. Appreciate you. Later.
It's a plan.